night or strolling through the park. When the light begins to change, I sometimes feel a little strange, a little anxious when it's dark. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there.
What is going on, everybody? How is it going? It looks like we're just getting ready to start the match. Everyone's in place. Thanks for joining me today. This is my first ever cast, so God help me is all I have to say. Do not expect great things from me, but I will do my best to try to get us through this in the least amount of damage possible. I'm really excited to be doing this one. This is my first cast, and I have Simple in the server right now. I've got the 3-time major MVP playing right now on my very first cast. It doesn't get much better than that, so I'm pretty excited. And we're starting the pistol round already. It looks like they're going with a ramp push right now, pushing in quickly. They've got 2 trades right now. It's a 4v4 situation, and Simple's already blasting people. He's got another, too. So Simple has already picked up 2. They've got a 3v2 situation now. Oh, what a great pick by Nikadaz. Nikadaz is just disgusting. I've been watching him lately, and there he is again. He just turned that 3v2 into a 2v1 that quick. And now, if you had anybody in the server that you wanted as your one-man left, it's going to be Simple. I don't know why he has his name as CC right now, but I'm willing to bet that's Simple. He's going to be moving in through Mini right now with the bomb down, and he is not going to be able to pull this one off. You can't pull everything off. What a great start by the terrorist and Nikadaz. Nikadaz has been playing so good for the last 2 weeks. I've been watching almost every game that OG has played recently, and Nikadaz has been on fire the entire time. And it looks like the CTs, after losing the pistol round, are going to go with the full eco, so this should be a 2-0 lead for OG. I'm willing to bet they're going to buy up and they're going to work outside slow right now. That's what I would be doing, but I suck at this game, so they'll probably do something. Nope, it looks like they're headed outside. I got one right. I got my first prediction right, chat. A quick drop lower by Simple. I don't know if he's going to try to come secret with this or if he's just trying to get in position for lower, but that's a good play to get down below. At least try to pick up a kill. The goal right now, as you know, is not necessarily to win this. Oh, there's a misspoke. That's going to make things a little more difficult. But it's not necessarily to win the round right now. It's actually, that may not have been a misspoke. That's a really cool new smoke. I've never seen that one before. So we have a couple trades going on, and my AI is not keeping up with the action too well as of yet. But we have a 4v4 situation, and here is where things should start to fall apart for the CTs, and it has. Simple's the last one left again. He's got a Deagle against 4. Good luck, sir. I don't see this happening for you. Oh my god, he is always able to pick up the most nasty shots. He's not going to win the round, but it's just always beautiful to see. I'm so happy that I could get a cast his game. This is my first match. And the T's take the expected 2-0 lead. This is going to be our first gun round, and we can actually see what kind of match we're going to have. The last time these guys met, the match ended on a slaughter, 13-4 on Mirage. BC Gaming just absolutely ran over them, and it was a little bit hard to watch, if I'm going to be honest. I kind of lost interest in it at about 8-4. So let's see if OG can hold up here against the gun round in the buy from BC Gaming here. Smoke's outside again. They're going to be faking the cross, it looks like. I don't see anybody headed towards the cross just yet, at least. So they're smoking the absolute hell out of outside, and they're trying to sell this, and there's 2 players that are still holding over by ramp right now. It looks like that's actually going to be the play, and they're just trying to draw rotations outside, trying to draw that extra man watching from hell from ramp and pull him away. The CT still have 2 in upper, and they still have 3 at the A bomb site right now. This is actually might be working. There's only 1 player right now holding ramp, and I don't know if Zaza is going to be up to the task of holding off this if they decide to push. But right now they're playing it extremely slow. They're not really taking advantage of that smoke fake. And the CTs aren't really buying it because they have a player. Looks like Spooky did actually make it lower, and he's been spotted now with the jump peak. So the 2 players in lower, they are actually selling this fake really well. And here comes what I assume is going to be the ramp push or the upper. Or they're just going to push A right now. They're just going to push upper hard. Here they come. Let's see if anyone is able to hold this off. They've got couple players up in heaven. Nexa with a good opening frag there. He's taken down immediately. One player in heaven, but he's blocked off. This is going to be an easy plant. Prison holding position. He can't get that kill. He needed to get that one. This is going to be a really tough hold now. That kill could have turned the entire round around, but Nito was able to pick that one up. And now that's a big kill here. This could turn around. There's a pick over at Mini right now. And Spooky is just going to save this AK. He's had enough. And that's going to be the first buy round for BC Gaming is going to come through. With the CT-sided map, we need to expect to see BC Gaming pulling off at least 7 here. Or this is going to be a really tough map for them. Getting the first 2 on the pistol round is big for OG. When you only need to get to 5 rounds is good on T-side here. And when you can pick up the first 2 rounds in the match on your way to get to 5, that's a pretty quick start. The economy's not too good for the T side. You can see Adam B just has the Tech 9 here. Everybody else was able to buy up pretty well, but the utility is really light. Only one Tech 9 in play against the full buy from the CT side. This is a big round. If the T side loses this, their loss bonus isn't too high, and you can see their economy is just absolutely crushed. So they really need to pick up this round, or they're going to be giving a couple more away in a row. Looks like one player did make it down into secret. That seems to be Spooky's role. There's actually 2 in secret. It looked like just 1, but it looks like there is 2 there. Looks like it's Krisen and Spooky. And the ramp side is just going to be holding, waiting to see what happens down there. The peak is coming in right now, but they just slipped by. Watch. That's incredible. So the jump peak was there, and right when he turned around, they just happened to slip by there, and oh, well, they just blew out the windows and kind of ruined the entire thing. They're just making noise at lower right now. This is going to be an upper execute right now, and they're going to be trying to pick rotates off from down below. Re-smoke at Mini is going to cause a bunch of problems here. Spooky gets the pick down in the lower bomb site, and this is going to pull rotations. There's already been 3 CTs pulled down. This is a really great fake. And Spooky is just holding, and the execute on upper is happening right now. This is so split up that the AIs can't really keep up with it. The upper side has been taken. The bomb is down. They were able to clear Spooky out of lower, but this is just an impossible retake at this point, 4v3. They're so far away, and the Ts have such perfect position for the post plant. I think the CTs are probably just going to end up saving here. I don't think they can go for this. That was a beautiful fake. Spooky just down below, making that noise and getting that pick, pulled the entire team down below. They left 1 player on the upper bomb site, and the entire OG team was up there waiting for that. So not a lot of action in that round, but really good strategic play there to get that bomb plant. I mean, you know it's a good strategic play when you barely have to fire any bullets in order to win the round. That's how hard that fake was able to sell for BC Gaming, and it pulled the entire team. They had to kill 1 player, and the round was over. Now, it looks like we have a tactical timeout here. BC Gaming is not happy with the way that round played out. I wish I could be a part of their comms right now. As you know, Simple is not the most level-headed of players, and he is probably not happy with his team in this. Just a reminder for those who don't know, this is an elimination match. So the winner of this match moves on, and the loser is out. And Simple going from Tier 1 majors in CSGO to some time off and now coming back to play and joining this qualifier is not going to be interested in going out early. You can imagine what the HLTV threads are going to be talking about if that happens, and he's never going to hear the end of it. So you know he's working really hard to not let that happen. And if you think the pressure is on him, it's not. It's on his teammates, because I would not want to be his teammates if he gets knocked out early in this qualifier, in this Tier 2 qualifier. Lots of utility outside, and Nito has gotten himself into a really tight position here. They're probably going to clear it. Oh, but he gets the pick there, and this is going to be really falling apart. There's nobody up on Silo to come for. Oh, there is. Krizen made it up onto Silo just in time in order to get him before he could bail out of there. So they do get the 1-for-1 trade. In the meantime, Adam B is able to get the pick at ramp, and this has just opened up the ramp side, but they're only going to push one in. They're going to try to pull rotations again, and this is what OG does. They're really tricky with the way that they maneuver around the map. Anduel's now having to watch mini and outside, and being the guy who played that position before, yeah, it's a really hard position to play. You feel like you have to push one of the sides in order to get information because you can't keep watching both, and you just set yourself up for a pick. What a great shot by Simple. He's doing what he can in order to keep them in this game right now, because if the T-sides run away with it, great pick from Simple to get down the ladder and back up and still gets the pick, and this is just getting mopped up real quick by BC Gaming. Simple carried that round so hard. Simple is now the only positive score on his team at 5-2. Trying to keep up with Krizen at 6-2. Krizen has the luxury of being on the winning side right now, but so it's the typical T side we've seen so far. We've got one T on the outside. He's up on the roof of Mini, and he's just trying to hide. The rest of them are actually in lobby, and it looks like he's trying to bait out a push in yard right now so he can get a pick, because he's only got the Tech 9. He's hoping he can get a free gun by somebody getting a little squirrely. But here comes the push into ramp. Razdas picks off the op, and Nito is able to pick one before dropping down. He's able to make it around the corner, so he is able to stay alive. That's going to be big if he can stay alive and hold them off in the ramp room for just a little bit longer while the rotations come in. But the CTs aren't really buying it. They're not rotating, and the Ts are not dropping down. They know that Za is down there, and they don't want to push him because they know that's going to be a really difficult angle. And so they're going to try to take Hell right now. We'll see if they try to take Heaven or if they're just looping back around into the outside yard where their teammate is up on the roof. It looks like that may be the angle that they're going for. A lot of CTs have dropped lower. Nito is now given up ramp. He knows that they've moved on, and so he's going to come up. This could be a great flank here. They're not going to expect him coming out of secret like this if they do end up pushing into yard, but the Ts are just holding in the Hell area. They're not making any move. They made it up into Heaven, and now they're collapsing on the A site. Bomb is going to go down. This is going to be a tough retake, but it is doable. It's a 3v3, and one of the players, Spook, is really low. Razdas is able to pick up one, and from Mini, we've got ourselves a 1v2 situation. He knows where one of them is. He knows where both of them are, but this is going to be so hard. One in Heaven here. He's got the one, and now Spooky just needs to play it really patient now. Just don't peek this. He knows that's going to be a fake. He knows not to peek this. He's going to peek it anyway, and then he goes down, and that's going to be another round for BC Game. He's going to have plenty of time. What a great one-on-two by Anduel. That was such an important round because you can see the money on the CT side. If he didn't win that round, they were going to have a lot of trouble buying up. It would have been in that awkward situation in between a full buy and a save where you try to half buy, but it's not the right idea to do. You end up giving 2 rounds away because of it. That was a big 1v2 clutch, and that was such a hard situation too, with one person over in Mini and one person in Heaven. They're on opposite sides of you. Both of them were low, but they're able to tuck into corners. I really think Spooky made a mistake there by trying to peek that. And here we go. We got action already. They blew the door open on Mini, and Razdas is able to erase Anduel early and give them a 5v4 situation here. The CTs are going to have to play some extra stacking now if they're going to try to stay in this. Smokes go down outside. Simple has his op, and he's trying to watch this. He's going to blow that smoke open and see if he can get a pick. He doesn't know that they're all there. All of them but one are crossing right now. They've faked this so many times before. They faked this about 3 times without actually crossing that they don't believe it now. And they have one person who's making noise out on T roof trying to simulate that there's more players there, but 4 of them have already made it down secret into lower. And all the CTs are up above. Nobody is buying. They've completely fallen for this. Nobody is buying that they actually crossed and went lower because they faked it so many times now. Look at this. All of the CTs are up above. They have nobody in lower right now. Nobody even watching lower right now. That's insane to me that they would put that much stock in the fact that this must be another fake. And the T's are just converging on the lower bomb site. It's completely wide open. They're going to smoke off ramp and have a completely open free bomb site right now. They're as surprised as I am. I mean, they can't believe that there's nobody down there. And they still have a player up on silo to try to pick any rotations going into secret right now. Wow, what a great play. And the CTs are they're just going to save. It's a 5v4 situation, and the CTs are going to save right now because they got baited out of that so badly. What great calling by OG. They set that up 3 rounds ago because they faked outside so many times in a row. Those 3 fakes just gave them a completely free round. It's not the most exciting round to cast, but strategically OG have just had... That's 2 rounds now that they won purely off of incredible calling by their in-game leader. They may not be as technically solid and talented as BC Game, but they're showing that you can win matches with strategy over skill. I mean, Nico Das is as good as anybody except for maybe Simple. But the rest of the team, as far as just pure mechanical skill, is not up to the level of BC Game. And so when you're not up to the mechanical level, you win rounds by fooling them so bad that they have to 4-man save. That's so powerful, especially on the T side of Nuke. They're showing why they have a 62% win percentage on this map right now. Another slow round. Here come the smokes outside. That's a great position. Anduel's now taking liberties over at Mini and Squeaky. We'll see. I love the position that they're taking outside now. They said, F off, we're taking over the box outside. We're not going to let you sneak past us again. I think that's the correct play. They're getting fooled so bad out there. You need to take some more forward position to get some info. Here comes the execute onto the upper bomb side. They come out Mini, and there's 2 kills for the CTs. Anduel goes down. Spook is able to get that kill, but Nexa is right there behind there to get it. Nikodas is able to take Nito out inside the molly, but we have a 3v2 situation. The T's are still here, and the CTs are just going to mop them up. They've got much better position. They know exactly where the other player is. They've even got a flank coming in from behind, and Simple with the flank is going to take him out. Good hold there on the hard upper execute there by BC Gaming. And we have another timeout. This one coming from OG this time. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. No, this is my first cast I've ever done. I've done a couple practice ones offline, and I've never done one online before. So this is my very first one. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's exactly right. As long as I try to set the expectations low enough, then all I can do is exceed them, right? Thank you very much for the subscription. That is my very first subscription, too. I'm going to put a plaque on the wall with your name on it for that. All of you that have followed the channel so far, I do really appreciate it. My channel had literally 0 followers when I started tonight, and so all of you who have followed so far, you are making a huge difference for me, and I was really nervous to come on tonight, to be totally honest with you, and I really appreciate the support you're showing me so far. Rostas is moving into Mini right now. They're going to blow this smoke open and see, and just good for them to start checking on that cross, because they don't know what to make of these smokes. They keep getting thrown down, they keep blocking it off, and then they're guessing incorrect every single time. Spotted behind the box. Nito needs to be a little careful here. He smokes himself out to get out of there, but they're going to blow the smoke open, and they got Nikodaz with a great kill. They blew the smoke open, knowing he tried to get out of there, and they blow the smoke open and are able to get the pick and make it a 5v4. Kristen with the Tech 9 is going to be hunting down into hell, and Arazdas is still making a nuisance over here at Squeaky. They've made it up into heaven. How does he not get that kill? You've got... Oh, man, you can't waste a spot like that. Nikodaz is able to take him out anyway, and Arazdas is able to get a pick over in Mini. I am going to F up Arazdas and Nikodaz on the same team. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Krisen is able to get another pick, and it's down to Simple in a 1v3. He's got his op. 2 players are low. It is Simple. I do not see him being able to win this round. Bomb's planted in the other bomb site. He's not even going to try. He's going to try to hold on to that op for next round and get the F out of here. Arazdas is actually 9-6 right now, and Krisen is 7-4 on the T side of Nuke. That's really impressive. And Simple is 7-3 and is still the only person who's positive on his team. The T's are hunting him. They know he's probably in spawn here, and they are chasing him down, but it doesn't look like they're actually going to try to catch him. 5-4, that's that 5 number I was talking about. If they can get to 5 rounds, they've had a successful T side, and they are already there after 9 rounds. They've got 3 more rounds to try to stack more score up. This is a really good T side performance on Nuke for OG. This is going to be a really hard mat for BC Game to win at this point. They've given too many rounds away. All 5 players going into lobby right now. We'll see if this is a heavy rush. They do have Mac 10s. It looks like they're just going to hard push this. Zaza's got a lot of work cut out for him. He's able to drop down, but I don't think he's going to be able to get away from this. They're hunting him down, and they chase him all the way into the site, and they take him out. That is a heavy, heavy rush. They have not shown one fast rush yet this T side, and here it is. The CTs are coming down. This is retakeable. The B side is very retakeable, but with this utility coming down, this is going to be so hard. And BC Gaming, they look like they might even just save this again. This might be another 4-man save. They lost that bomb site so fast, and Zaza wasn't even able to get 1 kill. He was able to do a lot of damage onto Krisen, but that is not good enough on that hold. He was not ready for that push, and it is. It's going to be another 4-man save coming out for BC Game. That's another round where they've lulled them to sleep. Nexa looking for some exits. He's able to pick up 1. He's able to pick up the M4, and he's going to bail. That's a good play there on the exit. Nito is able to get an exit. I mean, exits feel good and they look good on the stat sheet, but it doesn't win you rounds, and OG just got their 6th. Just like with the smoke play outside, where they set it down as a fake 3 times in a row and then used it, they waited until the 10th round to do their first hard execute push right out of spawn. And you could tell Zaza was just so unprepared for that. He saw that he had his smoke down. He thought he was safe, just like he'd been every round. He's so bored in ramp room, just rotating and dying every time and never getting any action. And then all of a sudden, the entire team flashing through the smoke coming right at him. And he was just a 1 step behind, and that cost them the round there. Simple with an opening pick. We missed it. Through the smoke. I wish I could have seen that one. And another one. Krisen's able to finally take him out, but Simple's picking up 2 first. And let's see if Adam B picked... Oh, he doesn't quite clear the corner. He thought he did, and Zaza is able to pick up 2 because of it. That one's on Adam B there. He did not clear that corner well enough, and that left his partner open to that as well. CTs have taken full control lobby. It looks like the T's are looping around into Mini right now. They're actually up on... So one's up on Silo. I'm not sure they're super interested in this. Oh, it's just Krisen left. I'm phantom calling for a player that's not even alive at this point, which is kind of fun. And the CS gods are not in his favor right now. He's been watching that angle for the entire time, and the minute that he looks away is when he gets peeked. That's just how it goes sometimes when the round's not going your way. Final round of the half. BC Gaming looking to at least make it a 6-6. It's still winnable at 6-6. It's just a really tough slog, and you can tell how much more strategically prepared OG is on this map. That's the main reason that I don't think BC has much chance, even at 6-6. If they're this good on the T side, you know their holds are going to be really solid. We already have an execute, and Duel is already got a kill in there. Looks like they're going to pull back on this push into upper side after that first pick. The utility's still raining in, but they're falling back over towards ramp, and they're going to push this hard again. It worked last time, but this time Simple's here with the op. Let's see if he's able to get any work done. He's got one. He's got two. What? Oh, he's got the Deagle, too. What a play by Simple. Holds it down, and that's going to be the round. That is how you hold ramp. Wow, so Zaza needs to go back and watch the demo and see that that is how you hold ramp site. That's what it looks like when a 3-time major MVP is holding ramp instead. It's a little bit different look on that particular play because that ramp push got shut down immediately. That Deagle at the end was nasty. And now we twiddle our thumbs and waste time. He is going to get a bomb plant. No, he's not. Nito is there. And that is going to be the half at 6-6. They do manage to get 6 out of it, but 6 on T-side on Nuke is going to be very big. I don't quite have a halftime graphic and music and everything set up in my little thing, so unfortunately you guys are just going to have to bear with me through the pause for halftime. We're going to have a little bit of a wait. I might actually go grab some water here really quick and come back and make it back in time for the half, so pretend I'm good at this job and I've got a graphic and songs and things for you guys to listen to during halftime, and we don't just have to sit here and look at absolutely nothing. But I am bad at my job, so that's where we are. So grab yourself some water, go to the bathroom, do your things. We'll be right back with the second half. Enjoy watching my camera bounce around two players that are doing nothing for a little bit. All right, chat, did I miss anything? Did anything super exciting happen while I was gone? Falami, thank you so much for the subscription. That really means a lot to me. You have no idea what that means to me. Thank you so much for subscribing. You guys are awesome. I cannot believe I'm getting subscribers already on this first little dalliance into trying to do this commentating thing. I promise I'll get new things for subscribers and things as I get better at my job, but right now I was just lucky to get this on here and running and my voice coming through the speakers. Really fast push down into lower, but Nikodas is here. He's able to get one. If he can get one more, but he's not quite able to. Simple's able to get him through the wall. They've got the lower bomb site now. The bomb's going to go down, but the CTs are in pursuit. Zaza's able to get another kill. We've got a 3v4. This is still doable, though. This is still doable. I will always say, people say this is a hard site to retake, but I do not think it's as hard as many others in this game. But when you have Simple on your team, it makes it a lot easier. The two remaining CTs are pushing in right now. They're coming from the same angle, and they should get traded out here without too much difficulty. Great shot by Nito. Well, it looked like a pretty difficult retake in hindsight, I suppose. Thank you guys so much for the follows. This is awesome. You guys are making my night right now. You have no idea. I thought I was going to be lucky to get anybody to come watch me at all, let alone subscribers and followers, and you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. All the T's are in lobby right now. There's one that looks like it's on T roof, but this is kind of scary. I don't know. If I've got AKs, I know they've got two MAC-10s in the mix, and OG is kind of buying, but this makes me a little nervous. I would not want to be in close quarter lobby when the CTs are potentially buying MP9s and CZs and the whole, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm nervous about this round right now. I would much rather they be slow pushing outside. I know it's the expected thing to do, but there's a reason it's the expected thing to do. It's because it's the safest way to go about this type of anti-eco round. And it's not even a full eco. They did force buy here, and this is a gigantic round. If OG lose this, their economy is going to be fucked for the rest of the game. CZ is able to pick up one on the ramp push. They now know that they did force buy. Krizen's able to pick up one too. They've got a 4v3 now, but the T's have the lower bomb site, but I'm going back to it again. This is completely retakeable. Spooky's down here with an MP9. He's able to pick up one more. That's now a 3v2 on the force buy. They're nervous too. The fake plant. And Erasdas is able to get him with the 5-7. Nikodas is coming in now with the Deagle. This is over. There's no way. He's just trying to get the bomb down. He is able to get the plant money, but what a force buy win from OG. That was a huge round. And this is what I was talking about. If you just slow walk outside, you don't have to worry about this close quarter against 5-7s, against MP9s. And they've given away 2 AKs and a Galil. Lost the round. And now OG's got it 7-7 on the CT side, and the T's have no money. That's just a disaster round for BC Gaming. That's an absolute disaster for them. Now BC Gaming is going to force buy here, and this is going to be rough. I don't see this working out for them. I know you've got Simple with his AKs, Hero AKing right now, but with a Galil and a Tech 9, 2 Deagles, very little utility. Oh, Simple is going to make it work. He pushes and is able to get the pick with the Hero AK. He's able to get another one with the AK. Okay, I'm going to stop saying things as if I know what I'm talking about. Because you have Simple on your team, so why would you not just force buy and give him an AK and let him go get 2 opening picks? I forget. Oh, and he's able to get a third, too. He's able to get 3 with his Hero AK right now. And it's a 5v2. And then that is a strategy. I mean, if I had Simple on my team, I'd be considering that a strategy, too. Just get him a gun and let him go kill people. Simple is just a savage. Yes, I know I've been fanboying Simple the whole time, but I'm old, alright? I like Simple. Nexus seems to be planning in the lower bomb site, and the CTs are not going to be pursuing this. There's no way. They're going to be bailing out as fast as possible towards T-spawn, and they're going to try to hold these guns till the next round. If they did anything else, it would be the silliest play I have seen. Well, I see quite a few silly plays because I watch a lot of this game, but it would be pretty silly. It'd be like North American style logic to go for this one, and we are watching a European game, so we do not have to worry about that type of thing.
Terrorists win.
And the back and forth on the second half continues. Because they were able to save 2 guns, they're going to be force buying into this. They were even able to save an AK. So they have mostly a full buy. They've got good utility. They've got 1 MP9, but that's not the end of the world. Adam B doesn't mind playing the MP9, and he's 3 and 10. So give the 3 and 10 guy the MP9, let him load up on utility, and make a good buy round out of this. And this should be a really good round. From looking around, one thing I know for sure is if the CTs lose this round, their economy is absolutely in tatters. Andul makes it across the secret really fast, but they're onto this. They know this happened. Spooky's already dropped down. He's at least going to be able to spot. And the rest of the T side is slowly making their way into secret. Crizzen wasn't able to see any of that. I wish he would have blown that open with a grenade just to get a peek. But the T's are down. Spooky is down here. But he is going to have a lot of work cut out for himself. He's going to go back to spot from stairs, which is a good place so he can at least get away. Mollies are coming out. He jump peeks it. He's able to get the information and make the call and get out with his life. And that is a good play by him. Just to get that information to make sure that they did, in fact, cross over to secret. And the CTs have taken up position in this lower bomb site before the T's can get there. Crizzen is aware that there's a player out there. He's able to get the headshot there. That makes it a 5v4. The lurk outside is gone, and that's big. To not have to worry about that lurk outside. Here comes the execute now, and oh, they're able to molly out Nikodas from the box, and this is now down to a 3v3. They're able to get good entries into this bomb site. That MP9's not going to do much work from there, and Zaza is able to work his way up into a close position. This is going to be really hard. Oh, they're able to get Zaza. He came back out. That was a big mistake. The MP9 coming in big. And the push in, they're able to pick him up too. It's a 3v1. And that, what a retake there by OG. They made that look way too easy. I don't know why Zaza came back out. He had that perfect position in the smoke. He could have let them run by. He would have had a backstab on 3 players, but he tries to take the fight instead right into the face of that MP9, and that is not where you want to be with an M4. And the back and forth continues further. Adam B is able to pick up an AK, or Ozdos with an AK, Nikodas with an AK. And the T side is hurting for money right now. They're not totally broke, but they're into another quasi-buy with not much utility. But these seems to be... They left a flashbang in spawn. That's interesting. Spooky seems to be the designated drop lower. He's able to get the knife kill. He snuck into the vent, waited for a T to drop down the vent behind him, and it knifed him in the back. So he's able to get an early knife. The rest of the T's are going to be pushing down secret. And Spooky is the person who's going to be spotting this out again. He is the guy who has been playing this position really well. Maybe not flashy. He's only 9 and 11 in kills, but he's gotten so much information. The T's have come back up into yard. Krizen is still in garage here, but he is surrounded, and this is going to be really difficult. They flash through, and they're able to pick him up. Simple going through with the flash is able to get 1. He's able to get 2, and this round is falling apart really fast. That was a great double back into the yard position. Simple picks up yet another kill, and Spooky is the only one left down in his position and lower. And now we're back to the game of saving, and he's going to do his best to try to hold on to this AK. Not much else to talk about. Thank you guys again for all the follows. I'm just now looking over to see how many new follows I've gotten since the last time I thanked all of you. Seriously, this is my first time streaming anything like this before, and to get that type of support is really, I really appreciate it. I was really nervous to do this cast today. Not something I've ever done before. I take that back. I sometimes try to hype cast my dogs playing ball out in the lower part of my property. That's my that's my experience, is making silly videos on my phone of my dogs playing ball. And I got done doing that, and I came up and I saw that they were looking for casters, and I said, what the hell, why not give it a shot? And here I am. So from that amount of experience to have... you guys have given me 60 follows so far just in this right now, and I can't tell you how great that is for me. Thank you. There's 500 people in here right now. I think the most amount of people I've... Oh, I'll talk about this later. We have an upper execute going on right now where Ozdos is able to pick off the first. And Simple, of course, is able to trade from a really nasty angle that he took through Mini. Or through Hut, excuse me. So we've got a 4v4, and this is a really tight game. If the CTs lose this round, they are not going to have enough money to buy next round, and I don't know if they're going to be able to force. Already, they're really... pretty low. Krizen's just on a 5-7. The T side is staying in lobby. It looks like they're going to be looking towards ramp next, if I had my guess. I don't think they're going to be pulling an upper execute. I think they're going to try to work a pick ramp and see if they can pull that off, and if they are, then the map is wide open for them and they can kind of recalibrate and figure out where they want to go. It's going to come down to Adam B. He's the struggler of the map. He's 5 and 11. He misses the first shot. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away from this. He tries to throw a flashbang back. That's going to let him get away at least. But they have taken over control of ramp, and now they've got lobby, they've got ramp, they've got hell, they've got a lot of different places they can go, and Adam B is going to be stuck in the lower bomb site because they don't know where this execute's going to come, and they backed up, and they're going to walk their way out of Squeaky right now. Nikadaz holding this position, but this is so... Oh, what a great pick from Heaven. Nikadaz is able to get 2, and he's holding. He's still alive in the back of the site. He's staying alive so long, this might actually work out for them. And just like that, we have a 1v1 situation. We have Adam B. It's time for redemption for him. Nexa's only got 22 health, and Adam B is pushing in through Mini right now. Oh, what a great peek by Nexa. He just pre-fired that angle. He heard that one footstep. Adam B made one footstep. Wow, what a great pre-fire with 22 HP. Poor Adam B can just not get anything going. And I just want to take a casual glance over at the scoreboard here. We have Simple at 23 and 8. Yes, I'm fanboying Simple, but he's 23 and 8. He is Okay, he's not the only one with a positive score anymore, but he is single-handedly carrying this team. Look at some of the rounds that he's pulled off. The Hero AK where he picks up 3. Nikodas is trying to do a little magic of his own. He's got the 1D, and of course, Simple takes him out. We've got a 4v4, but the CT side has no guns. They've got no utility. They've got no kits. They've got no hope. Unless somebody can pull off some miracle work with a Deagle here. They needed to hit that shot, but he didn't. Lo and behold, it's Simple that takes him out. And at this point, the CTs are just hoping that they can pick up a gun somewhere. Great pick by Adam B. Let's get in the game, Adam. Silence USP from Spawn. Spawn camping, but they're not going to let him pick up this gun. Oh, Crizzen might be able to get the jump here. On Nito, he is. One taps him, and he's... This is turning around. This is a 3v2 all of a sudden. With no guns, no armor, no kits, and they've got a 3v2 situation with an AK. Bomb is planted at upper, but this is doable. The player in heaven's going to be a problem. Yeah, Simple is up in heaven. That's going to be a problem for them. If they can get this pick, though... Oh, and Crizzen does get the pick. It's a 2v1. Zaz got a lot of work to do. He's got one. Erasdas with the Deagle, he's not able to pull it off. That was really close. That was a great eco round, though, by the CTs. That's going to give them some money. They're going to have money, but BC Game is at 11. It's 11-8 now. BC Game is just 2 rounds away. The CT side does have enough money. They got enough kills that they were able to full buy and full utility here. Those kills were a way bigger deal than it may look. It's not just on the scoreboard, but that $50 per player each kill, that turned into $200 per player, and that $200 is enough for a little bit of extra utility, maybe to get the armor that they weren't able to get before. That may turn out to be big if they're able to win this round. For example, oh, Erasdas with a good pick through Squeaky through the smoke. Spooky always worried about that vent and lower. That is his one job, and he does it well. If OG lose this round, the map and the match is over. They really need to win this round. T-side is taking their time. Simple is going to go lurking outside to see if he can get a pick because he is an unstoppable force, but Crizzen's able to take him down outside. This makes it a 5v3. They needed a hold here, and so far they're getting it. Simple's out of the map. They don't have to worry about him. They've got a 2-man advantage. They've got control of the sites. I don't know what you do if you're the T side, and they're already saving. They're not even going to try to execute. The T side has already moved back into spawn, and they're going to hold these weapons, which is a good move. They don't have a lot of money over there. So things fell apart. Simple died, and they're done for the round. When you just need 2 more and you have a 3-round lead, you're afforded the luxury of being able to just bail out and save. Good solid hold. Crizzen, MVP of the round, taking out Simple. He's 15 and 12. He's definitely not having a slouch of a map right now. But he has a tough job of holding yard against Simple's AK without an op. They haven't had enough money to get an op outside, and that's really making things difficult for the CT side holding that outside area. And Crizzen, I do not envy his job right now, but he's doing it admirably. He's 15 and 12 in very non-ideal situations on the CT side. And the outside push is coming in. The smokes are down. One's already across into secret. And Crizzen is just... This is such a hard job for him. I don't even know how he's supposed to play this. He's doing it about as good as he can. Another player slips down into secret. They may just be feeling this out. I'm not totally sold that they're going to be trying to go lower here. They just really want a pick. They want somebody to overpeak this. They wanted Krizen to stay around a little too long. The CTs have completely given up yard, and all of the Ts have made it down to secret now. Krizen has repositioned down into the lower bomb site, which is the smart play. 2 CTs have now made it into lower. If they can get into position before the T side is able to begin their execute, but the T side is going so slow with this take, they've gotten a chance to get in position. This could be a really good hold for the CTs. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And just what a mop up there. Wow. The reinforcements were all there, and the T side just took too long. They gave up yard, and instead of taking advantage of that, the Ts just crept their way along waiting for that pick, and the pick never came. The CTs just repositioned themselves into all the ideal positions in the lower bomb site, and that was just a slaughter as they came through the door. We're back to a 1-round map. This has been a really close map for my first one. Had a very exciting game so far. T-side is on an eco too. They're gonna have to give up the tie game at 11, and then odds are gonna swing back in favor of OG here if they're able to get a tie game in this. But never count out the eco round. Not on a map like Nuke where there's so much close quarter combat. Big pressure coming on Adam B. They're just going to try to run him down. He got stuck on the ladder. He's able to get 1 at least. He's able to get 2. And this just got cleaned up. I can't believe he was able to get away with that. He's still alive. He got stuck on the railing against the whole team rushing him, and he was somehow able to pick up 2. And his teammates came in to pick up another couple to keep him alive. And just like that, they managed to hold that rush off with all 5 alive. Tactical timeout taken by BC Game. They've got enough for a full buy, so this is it. This is a good time for a tactical pause because they have to win this round now. If they lose this, whoever loses this round, well, the CTs have more than enough money. I'm surprised they're not going to try to go for an op here. I guess Krizen just doesn't like to use the op to play yard. He's doing such a good job, I wouldn't really want to switch it up either. Simple's 27-12 right now. He's 27-12 after falling off for the last few rounds. All the CT utility comes down to stymie any kind of fast play. And Krizen's already got a pick on Andul through the smoke. I wish I would have been watching that, but I wasn't. 5v4. As per usual, it's going to come... Oh, we've got to push outside. Krizen's able to get Nito. He knew he was up there, and the CTs are just absolutely demolishing this big round. T's take a timeout. BC Gaming takes a timeout to come up with a good strategy for this round and just get absolutely obliterated. Simple's able to get a pick over at ramp, but this is going to be so hard even for him. 4v2 situation. They've got perfect position. There's still a little bit of utility on the CT side, and they do have enough utility on the T side for a bit of an execute. A flash, 2 Molotovs, and a smoke grenade. They're going to try to execute into upper. This is going to be so hard. They need to get a really quick pick here. So far, it does not look to be happening. They have made their way... Oh, through the smoke is a Razdas on Simple, and that's going to be the round. Just like that, we're on map point 12-11. OG putting rounds together. 4 in a row for the CT side to get themselves the lead and match point. And the T side's money does not look good. It's not going to be a full buy, but I don't know about you guys, but it's these force buy rounds that freak me out when I'm watching a CT side on Nuke. When the T's have that half buy and they just decide to say F it and rush something with their Tech 9s and with their Mac 10s. It just is so scary to try to hold that off. Tactical timeout again by BC Gaming. It worked so well for them last time they figured they would try it again. Let's see if they can come up with something a little bit better this time. There we go. It looks exactly like all the other rounds we've watched them do. A little bit more aggressive towards ramp, but they're smoked off and they're not pushing it. You don't get to go slow when you got these kind of quad. They didn't even try like the half buy. They're going like no armor on some Galils, and Crizzen is not going to let this happen. Here comes the ramp push. Adam B is going to just mop this up. You can already tell. Oh, he only gets one out of it. And the trade isn't there, so it's a 4v3. They did take ramp position. They have a lot of work cut out for them still if they're going to make this into overtime. But they did take ramp, and Simple is still alive. So I would say they're at a disadvantage right now, but can you ever be at a disadvantage when you've got Simple alive? They're sniffing around this upper site, and if they execute onto upper, that may be the end of the map. I do not believe that is the correct place to try to go, but it looks like that's where they're trying to pick right now. And they're moving out of Squeaky. Crizzen's able to pick up Simple. Or Ozdos is able to pick up Nito from the top. Nexa alone in a 1v3 to try to save the map, and this is going to be so hard. This is going to be so hard. One player's already up into heaven, and they're just waiting for their team to group together, and looks like they're all going to come out of heaven, and unless Nexa hits a incredible spray down, this is going to be it. Yo, he let him out. There's no way. And that is going to be the end of Nuke. OG is going to push this forward to map 3. Simple finishes at 28-14, dominating the server. Crizzen, though, at 21-13. Really well played by him. Really well played by Crizzen outside without the op, just using the M4. And we're going to be going to map 3. So I am going to send this to a little bit of a break. I do actually have an in-between maps thing, so that's good for me. Go me. And in the meantime, yeah, everybody get yourself a drink, go to the bathroom, do your thing. We'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll conclude on map 3.
Me and my homies, we tied it in the glove. We chop a lot of game, is how we do it at the Players Club.
Jump in the pool or kick it in the tub, cause we keep much ass at the Players Club.
I got a hoe named Real DeReal. She got a buddy named SB12. Now you know the deal. We gets freaky in the studio late night. That's why the beats that you hear coming real tight. Something to roll to, something to stroll to. If you's a player in the game, this'll hold you. More money for the bankroll. Stick to the script, don't slip in the 9-4. A lot of fools put salt in the game to where these women get the notion that they running the game. I run my own and I'm my own self person. No respect make the situation worsen. Feel more HP than Sunnydale. There's a Players Club everywhere you dwell. Lakeview, PH, and Army Street. A different part of town, a different kind of freak. I just wiggle my toes on a mink rug and press play on remote at the Players Club. Me and my homies, we tied it in the glove. We chop a lot of game, that's how we do it at the Players Club.
Jump in the pool or kick it in the tub, cause we keep much ass at the Players Club.
More champagne, Mr. Forte.
From day one I had to get my money right. Me flying Frankie J, we took an airplane flight. They wanted to hear rap. I said I bet. We dropped the beat, I grabbed a mic, and then they wrote a check. A few G's for the pocket, no hesitation. Took a flight back to the Golden State, and shops made orders from a whole new capital. The word was getting out, Forte's out rappable. Don't need a Glock, but I bought one just in case. Sucker try to stop me from pursuing my paper chase. So the chase is on, because it don't stop. I got the beat, I got the rap, you make the Glock pop. So treacherous, and suckers could be sweaters on a bad day. By the way, just in case you never heard of rapping Forte, I'm on a smooth tip. Never tripping on them suckers popping off of the lip. I pop the top off the drink and we can roll some dank, bro. Leave the gat at the house, bring some dominoes. Kick off your shoes, relax and get a body rub. And shoot your mackin' at these women at the Players Club. Me and my homies, we're tighter than the glove. We chop a lot of game, that's how we do it at the Players Club.
Jump the pool or kick it in the tub, cause we keep much ass at the Players Club.
You can't resist it, but don't get it twisted. VIP, that means the number's not listed. Membership is based on clout and how you carry yourself. Now homie, what you all about? I stack paper and kick it with the OGs. Some got a 9 to 5, some took a lot of keys. You can learn a whole lot from a player. A lot of these players make a damn good rhyme sayer. A lot of people get a misconception and start drifting in the wrong direction. Miss Goody Two-Shoe, I'll see you later. I ain't got time, you ain't nothing but a player hater. I'd rather kick it with the crew in Arizona. They chop game like we do in California. Another show, another flow, a new bank account where cash money comes in large amounts. So get your membership, but never slip the lane as fast, or else fly have to tap that ass and drop you to the ground and make your knees scrub. It's just an everyday thing at the Players Club. Me and my homies, we're tighter than the glove. We chop a lot of game, that's how we do it in the Players Club.
Jump the pool or kick it in the tub, cause we keep much ass at the Players Club.
Me and my homies, we're tighter than the glove. We chop a lot of game, that's how we do it at the Players Club.
Jump the pool or kick it in the tub, cause we keep much ass at the Sucker Free Club.
Yeah, I like to send a shout out to all the Players Clubs throughout the world. I know they got a Players Club in Chicago.
What about that one they got in Philly, fo?
You know they got one out there in Atlanta, the way they be chopping it.
You ain't said shit. Detroit, New York, Texas.
Yeah, but we gon' move on down to these Players Clubs closer to home, like Seattle, LA, Bakersfield, San Diego,
PA, V-Town, Richmond, Sacramento.
Yeah, but a special shout goes out to them Players Club right across the water in the biggity O.
Yeah, and last but definitely not least, yeah, them player clubs they got right there in the San Francisco motherfucking Bay. Yeah.
And we out at the Players Club. Yeah, at the Players Club.
We're actually back a little bit early here, which is good news. But it looks like the players are just about ready to go, so I'm going to cut us back in here a little bit early, and we're going to kick things off. Hell yeah, that's a good song. What do you mean I don't sound like a player? You don't think I'm a player? I'm casting Counter-Strike, motherfucker. Of course I'm a player. Round one. Here we go. Alright, back to the reality of the real world here, not my player status. OG gets to start on the CT side. This would be such an upset. We've gotten a map. They've got it to map 3. If they knock Simple out here, and look at the aggression coming out from the CT side. They've pushed all the way through B already, and the T's are trying to rotate A as fast as possible, but they're going to be doing it at a man disadvantage, and Erasdas did not over-rotate there. 4v2 situation. Simple's already dead. I don't even think they're going to be able to get a plant here unless he gets this. Oh, he missed the kill there. He had a chance to be able to at least get the plant down. This is impossible. This is just a disaster. And OG with the disrespect, aggression coming out on the B site. Just pushed right down BC Gaming's throat. And if you're BC Gaming reeling from the nuke loss on a map that you feel like you should have won, and the first thing that happens is you get disrespect pushed and taken out like that, oh man, that's mentally going to hurt. Simple, of course, has got his Deagle. He's going to try to pick mid. I can see this map falling apart really fast for BC Gaming if they don't get themselves under control here. That is a brutal way to start this map. Oh, Simple misses the pick with the Deagle. Krizen is just lighting things up right now. I mean, granted, it's an eco kill with an MP9, but still, he's playing so good right now. His position, his timing, everything has been great from him. Simple, you could hear that one from across the map. The 1D headshot. You don't see the MP5 being used very often. This is kind of fun to see. Spooky with the rotate is going to get that kill, and it's all down to Simple and his Deagle in a 4-man. Not gonna happen. Arazdaz is able to take him out with the MP5. I don't get to say that very often. Full utility, full buy. They're actually going to keep a couple of these SMGs. Kriz and Araz are both going to keep their SMGs. The MP5 gets to play another round. We'll see if that pays off or not. And it's a full buy coming out from the T side. So we've actually got a partial buy from the team that's won 2 in a row. Because they're just not ready to let go of these SMGs. They want to farm a little bit more cash. It's not a bad play. They really need to build the economy on the CT side, especially on this map. Krizen with his MP9 is in a great position to use it too. He is not able to get the kill. Andul is able to pick that up. And just like that, the T side is able to pick up a 5v4 situation here. They're going to be pushing in through cave. It looks like they're going to be splitting the B site here. Except it looks like, nope, Nito was thinking about making a big flank there, but he's not going to do it. He's rejoining up with the team, and here comes the B execute. Let's see if the CT side is up to the task. They do have 3 players over here. They're walking right into the stack. We'll see if they're able to pull it off. Spook is able to pop out and get a double. And the rest of the Simple is able to pick up... Oh, of course he is. He's able to pick up 2. And now he's in a 1v2. The rest of that push was too slow after the double kill came out. They really needed to get that trade on Spooky, but they weren't able to, and the rest of the push was too slow. Fortunately, you have Simple on your team, and he's able to pick up 2 picks to get into the site. And if I had anybody in the world I wanted in a 1v2 in this situation, this is the guy to do it. He's making a really smart play here. Instead of planning, he's going to try to creep up and get a pick, and he's going to catch him with a nade out. Oh, the nade hit him in the head. He heard it, and he's... What a great play. He pushes the player, knowing that they're split up, trying to turn it into a 1v1, opens it up, and is able to completely bail over to the A bomb site. And now he's got all the position. He turned this from a big deficit into having a huge advantage in this round. He knows exactly where the other player is coming from. Oh, and Adam B is able to get the pick. Unbelievable. That was going for the ace, wasn't it? I think Simple just... Oh, no, he only got 3 there. Andul was able to get 1, but wow, what a great play by Simple, and then a great peek by Adam B. The guy who bottom fragged last map is able to 1v1 against Simple in the disadvantage and pick it up to go 3-0. And Adam B right now is repping a 5-0 or a 4-0 scoreline. He's determined to show us that he is not the slouch that he looked like on the last map. An early tactical pause by BC Game. You know that they are not happy right now with the way this is played out. That should have been a round they could have won. If they would have continued on that push instead of stalling out and getting that trade on Spooky, then yes, they lost the double early on, but they would have had the bomb site. They wouldn't allow the rotations to come in as fast. They could have got the bomb down. Excuse me. Probably shouldn't be doing that on stream. They could have got the bomb down and been holding off those rotations from the CT side, but instead they slowed way down and allowed the rotations to come in. Simple almost one man pulled that entire round out of his butt, but that could have been a much easier round for them if they would have just continued the momentum into the site like they had originally planned. Instead, we have a 3-0 score line. The CTs have racked up quite a bit of money, but they lost a lot of players last round, so their economy's not as good as I thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty even right now. BC game is very one-dimensional so far, both on Nuke and here. On Nuke, it kind of worked out. They were able to kind of muscle their way around, mostly on the back of Simple, but here they're kind of one-dimensional. They all bottled up over towards A. They threw some utility. Now they're all bottled up towards mid. It's really disjointed looking. They're leaving lurkers around, but the CT side isn't really pushing. They're basically just hoping that they can get good duels. We're going to have a bit of a battle here from mid. And Spooky is ready for it, but who else but Simple is there to get the kill. Nikodas is able to pick up the op kill on A. And we have a 4v3, and the round's kind of falling apart for the T side again. It's just too one-dimensional. They don't really have any executes that they're able to make anything out of. Adam B picks up Simple there in mid. Nexa trying to make something out of this with his Tech 9. He's able to get 2. And that is the bomb side. The bomb's going to go down. He's not going to be able to get any of these rifles, unfortunately, but that was a big opening. Needed to get that kill there, Nexa did. Now in a 1v2 with just a Tech 9. I mean, good luck. One's already on the bomb. They're just going to hold this and win the round. Great pick by Nito, but it's not going to be enough. He's able to get the kills. They're at least doing the economic damage, but they just can't quite get the round. Big misplay there. He needed to peek that earlier. I mean, getting the kills is great and all, but you lost the round and you're already down 3-0. You can't be just giving that round away and doing economic damage there. He needed to peek that a lot earlier. You can't think that they're faking it when it's 2-on-1. You know, if it's 1v1, of course he's probably faking to try to pull you out, but in a 2v1, one of them is going to be sticking that defuse, and you need to get out and try to kill the diffuser and get out of sight again to make it a 1v1. Andul with a big pick through the smoke, and Spooky with a follow-up. Chaos happening in mid. Apparently my AI doesn't really feel like watching any of it. But we have a 2v3 now. The T's have actually able to pick up that round. The CTs must have gotten aggressive in mid, and that is a big mistake. They've been doing so well by anchoring these sites and making holds and retakes. They didn't need to get aggressive there. I feel like that was a bit of a misplay. I know they like to be unpredictable and lull people to sleep like the strategies they did, but that's more their T-side strategy, not their CT-side strategy. Adam B does have a good position here. If he's able to pick this double kill out, he knows they're right there because he heard the utility go by. Big first kill. He's able to get both of them. That is big. He needed to get both those to win the round, but he turned his back on the last player. Oh my gosh, what a great shot by Nito. That round flipped around way too many times for me. My little heart's pounding a little too hard after that one. It was such a good play to get that double kill, but then he turned his back. I'm not sure why he thought the other player was coming in through sight. There wasn't any sound cues. There wasn't any reason to believe he had other than he'd given up the cave position. And then an absolutely great shot by Nito on the player in mid in the 1v1 situation in order to get their first round on the board. And just like that, even though they won 4 in a row, the CT side is on a force buy of 5/7s in armor. Oh, look at this. They're lining up for Nito. Just like that, it's a 4v3. Orazdas is trying to push up to get a gun. He's able to collect one, but Nito is just on fire right now after that last 1v2 clutch. Bomb's going to go down on A, and this is over. Let's see if they're able to secure a gun. Adam B's already got an AK. We'll see if he can hold on to it or not. I'm willing to bet the T-side's probably going to try to hunt them down a little bit. Meanwhile, Nikodas is out hunting for a gun, and he finds a player and finds a gun, but he is not able to procure it and instead is killed by it. Adam B so far is successful at saving this gun. It looks like the T side is going to move back towards T spawn. He's going to be able to hold on to this gun, it looks like. And that is important because they do not have any money. So an AK in their hands is one rifle more than they are going to have on anybody else if they had not saved that. This is rough. When you win 4 rounds in a row and you still don't have any economy to speak of on the CT side. So hard to build a CT bankroll. And they're kind of quasi-saving buying with the Hero AK. Adam B is going to hold on to it. He is the player that's 8-2. It's so funny to see how badly he played last map, and now he's the guy holding the Hero AK in the save round. Prison flushed out with the Molotov. He is able to survive somehow, but another Molotov chases him back again. Poor guy just can't get away from him. Adam B is pushing up mid with the AK. I really hate it when the Hero gun ventures out. Oh, okay, never mind. He's still with his team. Oh, and this is just not fair. Andul catches them stacked on top of each other, trying to peek over in towards the B site and mows them down. They do get a trade, and they are able to procure the AK again on Krizin. Razdas, oh, he had just barely missed the timing. He had 2 players with their back turned, but they were able to swirl around on him right before he was able to make contact. And this should be an easy win. The CTs are definitely going to save these AKs if they can. They're going to try. They're going to split up, which makes it harder for them to get both of the AKs if they do go hunting. But I think the Ts are going to just be happy with taking this round. Personally, I would like them to go after these 2 AKs. They've got plenty of money, so if they do lose some players, it's not the end of the world. And taking these guns away from the CTs is a big feat because their economy is not good, and you don't want to give them any freebies. Nikodas is definitely going to be able to save his, but Krizin's going to get a little pressure, but nope, they're not really going to come after that. That was mostly just evacuating the bomb, not going after the rifles. I feel like they should have gone after those rifles once they realized they were saving. The economic damage would have been gigantic on this against OG if they were able to take those 2 AKs away, but since they didn't, we've got a full buy coming out from the CTs, but 2 AKs, and this is the round, ladies and gentlemen. This is the round of the half. Potentially even of the map. This is such a big round. If OG does not... Oh, Nikodas gets a double molly kill? What happened? How do you get a double molly kill in a professional game? Adam B picks up... That is a disaster of a round. That is the kind of thing that I would see in my level of game that I play. Andul and Simple are trying to make this interesting. They bring it back into a 3v2. They've got the bomb. They've got mid control. They can make this happen if they get one more pick. Razdas is just peeking. He's able to see the player, but he backs out. Simple wisely chooses not to chase and recollect back up with his team. They may have pulled... Look at this. They pulled the rotation. All the players rotated off towards A. Big misread by OG. Simple sold that really well, making them think that they were pushing that direction. And instead, they've just completely given up the B bomb side, but the Ts are too scared to push in. They're not making their move. They are now, but it's allowed the CTs a lot of time to reposition back towards B. They know exactly where this bomb is coming now. And before the bomb plant even comes down, the entire team's rotated. Simple's pushed well up here, and this is just nasty. Razdas knows something may be up, but if he clears this corner or not is a whole other question. The other CTs have pushed up into the site. Razdas finds Simple somehow. I don't know how he got the jump on Simple there, unless Simple got squirrely. But that's a big round. OG needed that round. That could have been the entire map if they lost that right there. Maybe not the map, but it would have been a collapse of their CT side. And since this is a CT-sided map, that could have been a big deal. But instead, they maintain a 5-3 lead. 2 players still alive with AKs. Those 2 AKs that got saved ended up being the difference maker in that. I still stand by they needed to go after those the round before, trying to eliminate those from play. Guys, thank you again for the for the follows. If you guys really like the cast and everything so far, I will be happy to continue doing these. This was just a feeler, just to get an idea if anybody's even remotely interested in how I'm doing it. If this is something that you're interested in, you want more of, I'd be happy to cast a lot more games. I've got the IP to all of them now, so I can cast any game that's not being casted already. There's a lot of these games that aren't being... and I know a lot of people want them for their bets and things like that, so I'll definitely be in doing more games. This is just a slaughter here. I would like to say that I've been paying attention to this round, but I have kind of been spacing out while I'm supposed to be working. Nexa does get the bomb down, but he's in a 1v3. Crizzen is absolutely getting this kill. Oh, no, Nexa's able to get him, and the trade does not come through. What happened? What happened? He's only got 4 HP, so the CTs are certainly going to win this round, but Spooky really needs to get that trade right then. That got made way too interesting. Tactical timeout coming out for BC game. They've been utilizing their tactical timeouts well. I like it when teams do that. They're using them at good times. They're using them at important pivot points. My dog is digging at his dog bed right now really hard and making a whole bunch of noise. I don't even have a good anything right now. I'm using my laptop speaker. I don't have anything. This is a very amateur setup I've got going on. That's why you're hearing the noises and sounds and fans and all the other things that you're hearing, because one thing I am not is professional. The T side is leaning heavily towards A, and right now the A site is completely open, but they move so slow. The mid push by the CTs, they do get the trade, but Nex is able to trade that out as well. They've got it to a 4v3. They've got a wide open A bomb site. Utilities going down. This is going to be really difficult for the CTs if they're going to try to win this round. That was a good tack timeout and a really bad misplay with way too much aggression in mid by the CTs. Didn't get traded well. The A site got left completely open, and this is going to be a really difficult retake. I'll be surprised if they even go for this. I think they're just going to fall back and try to save. Yeah. When the CTs are smoking off the choke point going into the bomb site, you can be pretty sure they're not going to be going for it. They're still lurking around trying to get exits. I don't agree with this at all. They need those rifles a lot more than they need to remove the rifles on the T side. They are able to fully buy up in this round. Their utility is good on both sides. We've got ourselves a full buy back-to-back rounds. We haven't seen that in about 2 maps now. Push is coming out into the B site. They're able to take a lot of ground. Adam B is able to get 1 kill, but I don't know what Nikodas is doing there, just running through the smoke. It is down to a 3v3 at this point, though. Simple's going to get the bomb down, and the CTs are all already here, but this is still a really tough retake. They're going to have to win some duels. Lurking in the smoke, and how in the world does Adam B get the drop on Nexa there? Nexa really blew that one. He needed to get that kill. Instead, Simple is able to get one and then bail out through the smoke, and the bomb is still down. CTs have taken the site, but they don't have a good angle on the bomb. The Ts have good cover. They should be able to pull this out. One's going to get on. Oh, what a great spam through the smoke. Oh, my goodness, you got to be kidding me. Oh, another through the wall! Amazing play by Erasdas there. Holy cow, what a way for that to all melt down. I know what they were going for. They were going to try, they had the angle planned so that they could spam the diffuser through the wall, and Erasdas just says no and gets him through the wall first. What a great play, great shot. Unbelievable way to win that round. Spooky gets taken down being aggressive in mid. When is OG going to learn that their mid aggression push is not working out for them? I know it's the last round of the half, but you have an opportunity to make it 8-4, and instead you're just going to throw one away in mid again, like they have every time they've gotten aggressive there. Erasdas is able to push out and get Andul, and Zaza trades him out. Nexa can't get the spray down, but he is able to eventually get it on Erasdas, and they've got themselves into a 3v2. Adam B with a great pick to make it a 3v2. Got a little ahead of myself there. Bomb's going to go down on the A site. 2v3 retake. This is going to be really difficult for the CT side. And the T's slink back out, leaving just Zaza in the site, trying to play time and make this great shot by Zaza. Is able to take Adam B out. Nikodas takes down Nito to make this a 2v1, but this is still going to be so hard for him. I don't know how he manages to do this. They're on opposite sides. He is about to be killed in a couple seconds here, and that will be the end of the half at 7-5. We're going to go into halftime. That's a decent performance by BC Gaming to get 5 rounds. It's a pretty CT-sided map. 7 is good, but that's pretty even between the two teams. So we're going to go into halftime. As I said before, I don't have any halftime graphics or music or any of that stuff set up, so we're just going to watch some people play with their knives, and I will be right back. Why is there no halftime graphic? Because I'm bad at my job. That's why there's no halftime graphic. Because I suck at this. I'll get all that stuff put into place. I just wanted to get in and do this. I got accepted in, and I was able to do a game I wanted to get in and do, and I don't have all my ducks in a row yet. Give me a little bit of time. In the next couple streams, I'll have all this stuff ironed out. I didn't even think of halftime graphics, to be honest with you. I was proud of myself because I had the pre-match graphic and music and the in-between maps graphic and music. I was pretty proud of myself for that. I kind of forgot about halftime. I also forgot the thanks for watching and the whole, you know, let things fade out and people leave after the match and stuff. So I'm pretty much just going to be rude and abruptly cut all of you off and end the stream and basically say F off to everybody. Hey, don't get mad. That's all I got, alright? That's all I got. Alright, we're getting back into it. Pistol round is about to begin, and as per usual in basically every circumstance in MR24, these are very important. And OG is going with the 4-1 split. It looks like they're going to be sending Krizen off on his own over to the B side to throw mollies and utility to try to pull rotations. It's actually working. They've got Nexa rotating already. They have a free bomb site. Look at that. One small fake just gives them a completely free bomb site. And they're just in with the bomb down. Simple, of course, is going to get an amazing shot onto Spooky for the opening kill, but the bomb is down and they have full control of this site. This is going to be a really difficult retake. Next is over at Big Box, and he has not been spotted yet. Simple is trying to lurk in. He's got all the way inside, but Nico Dawes takes him out immediately. What a great shot by Nico Dawes there. Making it a 4v3. One player's on the bomb, but he has to get off the bomb. What in the world is happening in this? The bomb defuse is going on, and a man in the smoke with his knife out. He's able to get the kill and stop the defuse, and then he spams a player through the smoke. That was the most absurd round I have ever seen. What did I just watch? What in the world did I just see right there? What just happened, chat? I'm going to have to think about that one for a little while. I'm going to try to shake that off. And the CT side is completely stacked A, and the T side has gone B. This is falling apart really fast for BC Game. They're trying to gamble. What a shot by Simple. The guy just always puts on a good performance. I mean, he's only 11-11, but some of the shots that he has hit so far this match have been ridiculous. The T side had this bomb site wide open for so long, and they took a long time to get in here. They played this really careful, and it's allowed the whole CT side to take the entire rest of the map and come in from every direction, which is the only chance they have if they're going to try to pull this eco round out. But they've done a pretty good job. Simple's actually going to rotate all the way back around into mid. Nico Dawes with a kill, Krizen with a kill, a double kill, Nico Dawes with a double kill. And just like that, this round is completely over. 9-5 for OG. They're pulling away. I know that was an eco, but it's just getting out of hand really quick. But the CT side is going to buy up now, and talk about a big round coming up here. If OG can win this round, it's over. This match is over if OG can win this round. Just to see how that smoke lands from spawn. And the T side is heavy pushing towards the B bomb site. Molotovs are down though. That's going to push them back and slow this pace down. Krizen plays this lurk role so well. He draws so much attention with just him. He's kept a player at mid. He's kept the players on A. And meanwhile, the rest of his team is getting ready to execute. Here, they're coming in through cave. They've got the opening kill. Krizen with the MAC-10. Just to add insult to injury. Nex has got a lot of work he's got to do over here on the side. He's able to get one. That's a big frag for him. But the T's do have the bomb side. Razdas with a great pick down the hall. And Spooky with another pick. And this is just falling apart so fast. BC Game is potentially going to get eliminated from this. I can't believe this. If Simple goes out of the qualifier, and the CT side is saving over at A, when I first saw the tournament format and I saw the teams that were involved, I assumed BC Game was the clear favorite to win the entire qualifier. And now they may go out in the second round? They were able to save 2 rifles, and that's a big deal because they have absolutely no money now. They're going to have to force buy here, I think. They've got 2 rifles. They can't afford to just let them go, and they can't afford to give up another round and go down 11-5. They're going to have to force buy here with their 2 MP9s, their 2 rifles that they saved, and a 5.7 with a little bit of utility. This is a rough buy. Nex is on the Deagle. Zaza's on the 5.7. Andula's on the 5.7, and Simple and Nito have rifles. I mean, force buys in CS2 happen all the time. They did get mid control, so they know they're not going through mid. They know it's one of the bomb sites, but they left A wide open again in order to push middle. And Spooky with the kill there, and that's the bomb site. They might just have to save again. Simple's already down. He lost his rifle, and Krizen is doing the right thing by lurking around that rifle and not letting anybody else pick it up. Krizen's a long way away, and he may not... Oh, look at this lurk, though. Great lurk by Krizen. Gets next to Adam. B gets Zaza. Andula takes down Adam, but this is just falling apart so fast. Nikodas picks up another kill, and just like that, Nito is in a 1v3 trying to save this rifle, and it's going to be 11-5. BC Gaming is getting blown out of this last map. They can't hold their CT side. They just keep gamble stacking. You can tell they don't really have any confidence. They keep gamble stacking different places, and they've been wrong on every single stack that they've made so far. You can say they're just getting unlucky, but they're relying on luck in a situation where they are the more mechanically sound team. That's 4 straight T rounds for OG. 11-5. This looks like it's getting, if not already, out of reach for BC Gaming. Take mid control again. The A bomb site is wide open once again. Nex is watching it, but he's not going to be able to hold this off from the angle that he's playing. They keep making this play. They keep stacking B. They keep pushing aggression into mid. And they keep leaving the A side open. And OG just keep funneling that direction. This time they are actually going to back out. BC might actually get lucky here because they did not just execute onto the A site and take it, and they're starting to rotate into the B site, which is where the stack is. If this was ever going to turn around, this is the situation the BC game needed. As long as they don't overthink it. The T's have all reconsolidated back into T spawn and are pushing towards the A site. Except for Nikodas, who is just lurking over at A, and I can guarantee you he's going to be throwing some utility out and making some noise here in just a minute, trying to pull rotations. Here comes the execute onto the B site. Adam B with a huge opening kill on Simple. They smoke it off again, but they're just going to be flashing through and going in. Adam B with another pick. 4v3, and the players are rotating in. The site is theirs. Andul makes it a 3v3. Razdas is trying just to get this bomb down. He's able to, but the CTs are already here. The Ts are already flanking this, though. Razdas gets the kill on Nito. Krizin gets the kill on the player in Cave. And Andul and Nexa, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Nexa? Do you give him round 12? You have to. You have to try to save this rifle and play for overtime, but that's going to involve 7 rounds in a row. 7 match points for OG to knock BC Game out of the qualifier. I can't believe that's the words I'm saying right now, but that is what I'm saying. 7 match points now to knock out Simple from the qualifier. 5 terrorist rounds in a row to start the second half for OG. Their T side is scary. They have outcalled BC Game at every single turn. And here comes the mid-aggression again. It's like they just do not learn. They did get a completely blind kill on Nikodas there, which is pretty fortunate. What a shot by Simple. This is the hold that they've been waiting for. You see what happens when you actually hold bomb sites instead of leave them wide open. And just like that, they're going to get the first of... What a shot by Simple. He just does not miss. So scary. And a win with 4 players remaining alive is exactly the kind of thing BC Game needs if they're going to try to pull this off. I'm going to need to see a little more evidence that they can string a little bit more together than what they have so far before I'm going to believe in this comeback, but they've at least taken the first step. They have a long road to go, but they have at least taken the first step of the journey, and you cannot make a journey without at least taking the first step. Here comes that mid-aggression again. They've left the A site wide open again, but this time at least the terrorist side is not completely guessed correctly, and they are over on the B side. Krizin is able to get the pick in Cave, and this could be trouble. They've got control of the side. Nikodas with a double kill, and now it's a 5v1 Simple. Can you do the 5v1 to stay in the qualifier? He's got a forward position, but this is going to be so hard. Gotta hit that shot. They've got the information on where he is now, and everyone can just collapse. What a shot there. The quickscope gets one, and dead. And that is the end of the game. OG is able to push this to the third map, winning at Nuke, and absolutely throttling them on Ancient. What an amazing performance from Adam B to come back after his abysmal performance over on Nuke. Comes out top fragging for his team, and I can't believe what I'm saying, but OG is moving on, and BC Game and Simple are eliminated from the qualifier. Guys, I want to thank you so much for all the support you gave me. I thank you. I will definitely be coming back to do more of these. What I'm planning on doing is taking the games that nobody else wants, and I know that there's plenty of you, and by you I mean us, I just can't talk about it, that are interested in some of these games for some extracurricular reasons. And I will be covering a lot of those games to get them out so we have a place to watch them, as long as you don't expect super buttoned up professional casting and you're okay with the way that I do things. Then I would love for you to join me on some of those streams, and we can watch the games that nobody else cares about, because that's the kind of group we are. Guys, it was a pleasure. It was a lot of fun doing this for my first time. I'm going to be headed out, and I will be back on soon. I hope you join me in my next stream, and I hope you guys have a really good night. Later.